Welcome back to First Take. To the NFL we go. According to Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network, Jacksonville Jaguars two-way star Travis Hunter is doing, quote, exceptionally well in recovering from the knee injury he sustained as a rookie. And while Hunter will be limited throughout the spring during OTAs, the Jags do expect the last year's number 2 overall pick to be back fully healthy by training camp. And when he is, Hunter is expected to become a full-time cornerback. Last season, we know that the Jags played Hunter nearly double the amount of snaps on offense than he did on defense. However, Hunter's season was limited to just 7 games as he had to undergo season-ending knee surgery on November 11th. All right, Kevin Clark, where do you lie on this? Mike Tannenbaum here as well. This guy is so talented. We were all hoping he was going to be the Shohei Ohtani of the NFL, but now it appears that the Jags are trying to go all in on defense with him. Is that the right move?
It's 100% the right move. I don't care about, and nor does any Jaguars fan care about, Travis Hunter being the Ohtani of the NFL. No, let's work on him being an all-pro, and he's going to be an all-pro at cornerback, not wide receiver. So he played about 65 snaps a game last year. 44 of those on offense, the rest on defense. I would flip that. Have a major in defense, minor in wide receiver. I just think that there's still a role for him in certain packages. But it's just supply and demand. It's a lot easier to find an elite wide receiver than it is an elite cornerback. And I think that there's been arguments, you can scheme a cornerback out, you can go away from, you can't take a wide receiver out of the game. No. If you have an elite cornerback, and by the way, Monteric Buster Brown on the other side for the Jaguars is a really good cornerback. If you've got Travis Hunter playing a good cornerback position, that changes the entire complexion of your defense. On offense last year, there was such a proof of concept with Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence in year one. The last half of the season, Trevor Lawrence was throwing that deep ball as well as anybody in football. He was using his legs. He took a step. They are fine on the offensive side of the ball. Offensive play caller, head coach, everything is good there. Work on the defense. You lost Devin Lloyd. You have some identity issues. Travis Hunter is that identity.
Yeah, Courtney, I get there for similar reasons and for different reasons. First of all, I agree. Monteric Brown was a good re-signing. They got Jordan Lewis. Travis Hunter has elite footwork, man-to-man ability, change of direction. And the way teams play 11 personnel, 3 wide receiver, even as a nickel, he would be a starter playing over 80-85% of the snaps. But there's another real fundamental reason here, which is Travis Hunter is a great player, world-class athlete. If there was a question about him coming out, ironically, it was his durability and his size. He's not big by NFL standards to be a receiver, and unfortunately he got hurt. So,
what is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we are talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars and their star rookie Travis Hunter. The good news is that Hunter is doing exceptionally well in recovering from the knee injury that cut his rookie season short. He is expected to be fully healthy by training camp. But here is the big news. When he comes back, the Jaguars are going to make him a full-time cornerback. Last season, they played him nearly double the snaps on offense as they did on defense. That is changing. And the analysts at ESPN asking a tough question. Did the Jaguars trade up too much to get just a cornerback? Let me start with the context. The Jaguars traded up to get Travis Hunter with the number 2 overall pick. They gave up a lot to get him. They do not have a first-round pick in 2026. That went to Cleveland. And now they are planning to use him primarily on defense. One analyst, Kevin Clark, says this is 100% the right move. He says, I do not care about Travis Hunter being the Ohtani of the NFL. Let us work on him being an all-pro. And he is going to be an all-pro at cornerback, not wide receiver. Kevin makes a great point about supply and demand. He says it is a lot easier to find an elite wide receiver than it is an elite cornerback. He argues that if you have an elite cornerback like Travis Hunter, and you pair him with Monteric Brown, who is a really good cornerback on the other side, that changes the entire complexion of your defense. Offensively. Why? The Jaguars are fine. Trevor Lawrence was throwing the deep ball as well as anybody in football in the second half of the season. The offensive play caller and head coach are good. Everything is working on that side of the ball. So focus on the defense. They lost Devin Lloyd. They have some identity issues. And Travis Hunter can be that identity. Another analyst, Mike Tannenbaum, agrees but for a different reason. He points out that the question about Hunter coming out of college was his durability and his size. He is not big by NFL standards to be a receiver. And unfortunately, he got hurt. So Mike says the trade is a sunk cost. You cannot change it. The question is what you do now to maximize his ability. Play him at cornerback. Work him in on certain packages on offense. He could be a good receiver, but Mike is not sure he will ever be a top elite receiver because his size deficiency could hurt him. So this is a smart move by Jacksonville. Then Kevin Clark drops the line that is the title of this video. He says, arguably, you would say they probably traded up too much to get just a corner. Think about that. The Jaguars used the number 2 overall pick and traded away a future first-rounder to get a player who is now going to play cornerback. That is a lot of draft capital for a cornerback, no matter how good he is. But Mike Tannenbaum pushes back on that being regret. He says the only grade you can give right now is incomplete. He points to the Los Angeles Rams as an example of a well-run organization. Sean McVay walked into the owner's office and said they gave all this guaranteed money to Jared Goff. 13 months later, they traded Goff and got Matthew Stafford. They won a Super Bowl. Good organizations realize what they have, and if they have to pivot, they pivot. That is the key. The Jaguars are not stuck. They are making the best decision based on what they know now. Travis Hunter could be a really good corner in the NFL. Over the course of his rookie deal, 4 years plus a club option, he is not going anywhere. Maybe they sprinkle in receiving responsibilities a little this year, more in the third year, and so on. But for now, the best move is to make him a corner. Courtney, one of the hosts, points out that the Jaguars' general manager, James Glazer, comes from the Los Angeles Rams tree. He understands aggression. Glazer said after the pick that Hunter is uniquely equipped to handle these aggressive moves because of his Rams background. But Courtney also agrees that the Jaguars gave up too much. He says if they knew they were going to be as good as they were in year one, they would want a first-round pick this year to build on that. They lost Devin Lloyd. They had 22 interceptions last year as a team, which was right behind the Chicago Bears. Having a first-round pick would have been nice. So where does that leave us? The Jaguars have a generational talent in Travis Hunter. He is a world-class athlete with elite footwork, and to-man ability, and change of direction. He played 65 snaps a game last year, 44 on offense and the rest on defense. They are going to flip that. Major in defense, minor in wide receiver. And that is probably the right call. But the cost was enormous. They traded up to get him. They gave up a future first-round pick. And now they are turning him into a cornerback. You do not normally trade up to number 2 overall for a cornerback. You do that for a franchise quarterback or a generational pass rusher. But the Jaguars already have their quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. And they believed that Hunter was special enough to break the rules. The other analysts on the show move on to discuss other teams. Ben Solak talks about the Washington Commanders taking Carnell Tate to pair with Terry McLaurin. Mike Tannenbaum and Kevin Clark debate what the Dallas Cowboys should do at number 12. But the core of this segment is the Jaguars and Travis Hunter. And the question is simple. Was it worth it? If Hunter becomes an all-pro cornerback for the next 5 years, then yes, it was worth it. If he gets hurt again or struggles to adjust to playing cornerback full-time, then the Jaguars will look foolish for trading away so much. One thing is clear. The Jaguars are not trying to make Travis Hunter the Shohei Ohtani of the NFL. That dream is dead. He is not going to play 100 snaps a game on both sides of the ball. The NFL is too physical, too demanding. The season is too long. And Hunter's bow. DY has already shown that it cannot handle that workload. So the Jaguars are making the smart, practical choice. They are turning him into a cornerback. And they are hoping that he becomes the anchor of their defense for the next decade. So here is my question to you in the comments. Did the Jaguars trade up too much to get Travis Hunter? And would you rather have him as a cornerback or a wide receiver? Let me know. I read every single comment. As always, like, subscribe, hit that bell. We are building something special here. I will see you in the next one.